Admiral Zara Chen watched the real-time galactic evacuation map with growing horror. Red zones spread across the display like a plague, marking entire star systems going dark as civilizations abandoned millennia-old homeworlds. The Orion Arm was hemorrhaging life, and at the center of it all, a single crimson dot pulsed ominously, the source of the galaxy's terror. "Status report," she commanded, her voice steady despite the chaos erupting around the Galactic Defense Coalition's command center. Lieutenant Commander Voss, a crystalline solarite whose translucent body flickered with nervous energy, turned from his console. "Admiral, the Void Sovereign has just eliminated the entire Kepler defense fleet. 17 dreadnoughts, gone in less than 4 minutes. Total casualties, 2 million personnel." Zara's jaw tightened. The Kepler fleet had been the Coalition's most advanced naval force, equipped with quantum-phase weaponry and regenerative shields that had never been breached in combat. "How?" We don't know, Admiral. The Void Sovereign didn't fire any visible weapons. The ships simply ceased to exist. Their quantum signatures vanished from our sensors simultaneously. The bridge fell silent, except for the constant stream of evacuation reports flooding in from across the galaxy. 300 civilizations were in full retreat, abandoning everything they had built over thousands of years. The greatest exodus in galactic history, all because of one ship. Dr. Elena Korvash, the Coalition's chief xenotechnology specialist, approached with a datapad clutched in her trembling hands. "Admiral, I've been analyzing the fragments of sensor data we've collected. This ship, it's not just advanced technology. It's something else entirely." "Explain." "The Void Sovereign appears to manipulate reality at the quantum level. When it fires on a target, it doesn't destroy matter. It retroactively prevents that matter from ever existing in that location. It's weaponizing causality itself." Zara felt the blood drain from her face. "That's impossible. 5 days ago, I would have agreed. But the evidence is undeniable. This ship can edit the universe like we edit text files. And it's heading straight for Earth." The main view screen shifted to show long-range sensors tracking the Void Sovereign. It was unlike any vessel in the Coalition databases, a sleek obsidian monolith stretching 8 kilometers in length, its surface seeming to absorb light itself. No visible weapons, no external structures, just a perfect geometric form that somehow radiated menace across interstellar space. "Admiral," called out Communications Officer Thale, his 6 eyes wide with panic, "we're receiving a transmission from the Andromedan High Council. They're requesting immediate asylum for their entire species. All 47 billion Andromedans want to relocate to our galaxy." "Denied," Zara said immediately. "We can barely handle our own evacuations." But even as she spoke, she knew the futility of it all. Where could anyone run? The Void Sovereign had already demonstrated faster-than-light travel capabilities that exceeded anything in known physics. If it wanted to pursue fleeing populations, no distance would be safe. "Admiral, incoming priority transmission from the Zeridian Empire," announced Thale. The view screen flickered to life, revealing the elongated, regal features of Empress Nyala, ruler of the galaxy's oldest continuous civilization. Behind her, Zara could see the organized chaos of a planetary evacuation in progress. "Admiral Chen," the Empress said, her voice carrying the weight of 10,000 years of imperial authority, "my Empire's archives contain references to this vessel. We have encountered the Void Sovereign before." Zara leaned forward. "When? How did you survive?" 23,000 years ago, during the reign of my predecessor, Emperor Korthax IX. The ship appeared without warning, just as it has now. It destroyed our most advanced military installations, with the same reality-altering weapons you've witnessed. What stopped it? The Empress paused, her ancient eyes reflecting centuries of pain. "Nothing stopped it," Admiral. It simply left. After demonstrating its power, it vanished into deep space for over 20 millennia. We have theorized that it was not interested in conquest or destruction for its own sake, but rather in proving a point. What point? That resistance is futile, that all our civilizations, all our achievements, all our military might, are nothing more than illusions that can be erased at will. Dr. Korvash stepped closer to the communication console. Your Majesty, do your archives contain any information about the ship's origin? Who built it? The Empress's expression grew even more grave. According to our most ancient texts, the Void Sovereign was not built by any known species. It is theorized to be a creation of the architects, the mysterious beings, who seeded our galaxy with life eons ago, before vanishing without trace. A new alarm blared across the bridge as Lieutenant Commander Voss called out, "Admiral, the Void Sovereign is altering course. It's no longer heading for Earth." Zara spun toward the tactical display. "Where is it going?" "Galactic core, Admiral. Directly toward Nexus Prime." The blood drained from every face on the bridge. Nexus Prime was the Coalition's capital world, home to the Galactic Senate and 15 billion beings from across 1,000 species. It was also the location of the galaxy's primary quantum communication network. If that fell, interstellar civilization would collapse into chaos. Estimated time to arrival? 6 hours, Admiral. 6 hours to evacuate the most important world in the galaxy. 6 hours before the Void Sovereign demonstrated once again that no force in the universe could stand against it. Admiral, Dr. Korvash said quietly, "I have a theory about why it's doing this. What if the ship isn't trying to destroy us? What if it's trying to teach us something?" Teach us what? Humility. For the past 50,000 years, our civilizations have grown increasingly confident, increasingly powerful. We've conquered diseases, mastered faster than light travel, even begun to manipulate time itself. Perhaps the architects left the Void Sovereign as a reminder that no matter how advanced we become, we are still children playing with forces beyond our comprehension. Zara stared at the approaching crimson dot on the display. Around the galaxy, billions of beings were fleeing their homes, abandoning everything they had built, simply because one ship had reminded them of their place in the cosmic order. "All ships," she announced across the Coalition Fleet Communication Network, "maintain current evacuation protocols. Do not engage the Void Sovereign under any circumstances. Our only mission now is to preserve as much life as possible." As the hours ticked by, Zara watched civilizations older than human history pack their entire cultures into cargo holds and flee into the unknown. The galaxy's greatest military powers had become refugees, humbled by a single vessel that wielded the fundamental forces of reality itself as weapons. When the Void Sovereign finally reached Nexus Prime, it didn't fire a single shot. It simply hovered over the evacuated world for exactly 1 hour, a dark reminder against the stars, before vanishing back into the void from which it came. The galaxy would rebuild, Zara knew, but it would never forget the lesson, no matter how far they advanced, no matter how powerful they became. Somewhere in the darkness, something infinitely greater was watching, waiting, and ready to remind them of their limits. The age of galactic humility had begun,